I've been receiving some emails that there's a little bit of confusion with this homework. This is page 7. So let me just give you an example of what you have to do. The directions are really explicit. You have to pretty much convert the following statement, standard notation, into scientific notation. You have to follow the rules that we discussed this past week. So I'm going to do A and B with you, and then G as well. All right. So let's see here. So we have this one here, right? That one. If we look at that one, you have, let me just erase this. Okay. All right, so you have 0.00003. The scientific notation states that you pretty much have to move that towards the right because it's a small number, right? So you're going to have, I'm just going to write it here on the side. 0, 0, 0, 3. Right? That's what we have. Oh, no, we don't have this 3 here. We have a 0 there as well. 0 and 3. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this decimal point and I'm going to move it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So now it's going to be on this side here. So now I'm going to write 3.0, right, times 10 to the minus 5, because that's how many times I move that towards the right. Okay, so that will be 8. This will be the answer, right? This here will be the answer for that. Okay. All right. Now I just noticed that those letters are not making any sense. But anyway, let's do letter C. You have 55000000. So I just lost the count of the zeros, right? But I know it's a large number, and my decimal point is going to be all the way here at the end. All right. So because it's a large number, I'm going to move that decimal point towards the left side. How many times am I going to do that? Well, let me just rewrite this here, okay? Because I have 5, 5, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 zeros, right? My decimal point is all the way over here at the end, so I'm going to move it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't stop there because I have 2 numbers that are going to be in front of that decimal point, and I can't. The rule says that I only have to have 1 number, right? So I have to move it 1 time, an extra time. So in between those 2 5s. So when I rewrite this, it's going to be 5.5 times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I move that decimal point 7 times, and it's going to stay positive because I moved it to the left, right? Because it was a huge number. So my correct answer will be 5.5 times 10 to the 7. Okay, that's the correct answer for that. All right, so let's look at this one here. Letter G. We have 5.67 times 10 to the minus 9. Basically, it's telling you to just write that down in standard notation in this case. So we are you have the scientific notation. Now you have to go to the standard notation, which is the opposite. You see that you have a -9 there. So that means that that number prior to being in scientific notation, it was a very small number, right? And you move that, so that what the decimal point was moved towards the right prior to that. In that case, then now we have to do the opposite of that, which is moving this to the left. So we have to move this, move, okay, let me just, so we're moving the decimal to the left on this one, all right? Okay, so let's see how many times we're going to be moving that. Well, the exponent says how many times you're going to be moving that to the left, which is 9 times, all right? So I'm going to move 9 times to the left. Okay, and sorry for all this madness there. It looks so crazy, so ugly, but anyway, that's how it is, all right? So let's look at this. All right, so I have, we do 5.67, right? My decimal point is right here, and I'm going to move that 9 times towards the left. So I have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, my decimal point is now going to be here, and all of these empty spaces are going to be zeros. We have a 0 there, all right? Okay, so when I rewrite this, because you have to rewrite it, you cannot just give that to me because it's confusing. You're going to rewrite it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. That is your standard notation for that number. Okay. So again, the -9 tells you that originally was a very small number, right? So you, before getting to that number, it was moved, the decimal point was moved towards the right. Now you have to do the opposite and move it to the left. That's why you get this small number, okay? Now, if you will have something like letter P, let me move on to that one. Okay, so I'm going to do actually letter Q. I'm not doing P. I'm going to do this one right here. Okay, I have 8.91 times 10 to the 4. That 4, okay, this 4 here is positive, meaning that in order to get there, the decimal point was moved to the left prior to that, right? Now you have to do the opposite. So the decimal point is going to be moved towards the right 4 times, right? So let's see. We have 8.91. So my decimal point is right here. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. So now my new decimal point is going to be at that end. All right. So it's going to be right here. So now I'm going to rewrite this. Now I'm going to rewrite this as 8, 9, 1. These empty are zeros. And that's your answer, right?